project, we focused on analyzing the concept of skills and relationships pertaining to skills, such as motor learning, motor control, and motor performance. To demonstrate these concepts, we chose to relate shooting guns as a means of physical representation.
First, we have to define what a skill actually is. A skill is the capacity to perform a task with maximum certainty of success and minimal energy and time expenditure.
To further define skills, we can expand our classification on skills to two different categories of skills. A closed skill is where the situation does not vary environmentally and is predictable. An open skill is where the situation is environmentally unstable and unpredictable.
To further analyze the two prior categories, we can further define skills to be either discrete, serial, or continuous.
Discrete skills are brief in duration but have easily defined beginning points and end points.
Serial skills are basically just two or more discrete skills combined to make a new, more complex action. To help further define this, we interviewed Range Safety Officer Sergeant Tyler Johnson for his take on our decision to choose clearing a jam in a gun as a serial skill. So for a serial skill, our group decided to choose clearing a jam as an example of that. Are there any other examples you can think of off the top of your head that would qualify as a group of discrete skills strung together to make a new or complex movement?
There's a lot of different things you could do that would qualify as that. Clearing a jam is definitely one of them, though, because that's something you have to train your mind to do. So when you have a jam, there's obviously a process you have to go through to clear it, but the first thing you have to do is actually clear the jam itself. So it could be a number of things. The round might not have went off. The round might be stuck in what they call a stovepipe, where it's sticking out of the slide, or another one didn't even cycle through. So you have to identify it first. You have to fix it, which usually means racking it. If it's a handgun, if it's a rifle, it's pulling the charging handle back. And then you're going to look, make sure it's clear, and then reinsert your magazine, let it go back forward and do it again. But it's a thought process that you have to do over and over in your head so that when it happens, you know exactly what to do, how to do it.
Continuous skills, like discrete skills, have arbitrary beginning and end points, but the duration of these skills lasts for minutes or even hours. Whether you're just learning how to shoot a gun like Deanne or looking to improve your technique like Dana and Ariel, the three terms we can use to describe the process on a neurological level are motor learning, motor control, and motor performance.
Motor learning is the study of how skilled movements are attained through lots and lots of practice. Motor control takes a look at how the function, stimulation, and direction of the muscles is affected on a neurological level to bring about locomotion. And motor performance is temporary change in movement behavior. So when it comes to motor learning, motor control, and shooting, how do those three things correlate together?
Well, there's also obviously a lot of different body movements that come into shooting. You can't just pick up a gun and start shooting. You've got to have certain stances, certain bone structure in place to make sure that you're putting rounds in the accurate spots, because if you don't, your weapon's going to move around a lot more than you think it will. So also breathing has a problem, or plays into it a lot, especially long range shooting. Every time you take a breath, if the weapon's shouldered in your upper torso area, then every time you take a breath, the weapon's going to move. So you obviously have to know exactly when you're going to take a breath, when you're going to shoot. It all plays together, and any of those things that you don't do at the right time is going to throw your shots off. So.
Now that we've touched on skills and the processes that improve skills, let's discuss the issues that occur when one loses ability or sensory input. When this occurs, the rate of detection of stimuli is decreased, showing itself now as a deficit or inability. Usually this results in compensation.
So when it comes to loss of ability or loss of sensory input, how would you have to adapt in a situation regarding gun control?
When it comes to guns, after a long time, after you shoot over and over and over, you're wanting to train your brain and your muscles, what we call muscle memory, as to where it comes literally automatic to you when you're shooting. So if you're losing your sensory skills, a lot of those go out the window. So you're going to have to retrain yourself in a way that your body has adapted, whether you lose your sight in one eye, you have to switch to your other eye, or you become where you can't move very well. You've got to learn how to position yourself differently, and you're going to have to learn that skill completely over and over and over again until you get it right during that.
So basically compensation.
Basically, you're compensating. It's a balanced system. No matter what happens, you're going to have to counterbalance it, because shooting is one of those things where if you're completely blind, you can't shoot. If you can't move at all, you can't shoot. So, but if you're just limited in certain areas, there's always a way to learn a new way to shoot. So that's what's good about it.
Due to safety codes at the ranges we attended, we chose not to inhibit our abilities or deprive ourselves of sensory stimuli.